Hi everyone, I'm Claire Vo, the founder and creator of chatprd. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know in order to write great product documentation. Before we go into PRD best practices, let's first talk about what a PRD is and why it's important. PRD stands for Product Requirements Document. It's a document that is generally built by a product manager and focuses on a specific upcoming feature or product that will be built out. It generally outlines why a feature should be built based in customer context, who the feature is for based on what we know, and what the goals of the feature are, both functionally as well as what the user is trying to achieve. And a lot of times a PRD actually outlines what the feature itself will look like or what the experience will be. These documents get a lot of visibility there, this sort of central documentation around a new build. And often you'll see executives like me reading PRDs that product managers write. And that's why it's important for product managers to really hone in on the skill of writing a great PRD. These documents have a lot of visibility. They're used by everyone on your team, including engineers, and can set a really strong foundation for the product or feature you're going to build. A lot of times PRDs are called PRDs, but sometimes they're called specs or product documents, or even other companies have things like one-pagers or 7-pagers. So whatever it is, but we're trying to get down to defining a product, helping your team understand who the users are, and giving enough detail that it can be built well and measured to success. So now you know what a PRD is, let's talk about how you can write a really great one. First thing you need to do when a PRD is written is include a TLDR. This should be a succinct summary at the very top of the document, because we all know people are going to claim they're going to read your document, but they're not always going to read your document. And the very top part where you summarize the key takeaways of why you're building the product, what the product is, and any asks is really important. This is especially true if you're sharing this with executives like me who are very busy and hardly have time to eat, let alone read tons of PRDs. So it's crucial just to have that strong, succinct summary at the top that your most important audience members can get exactly what they need in a matter of minutes. The second way to elevate your PRD is to include trade-offs or multiple options or paths forward. So you can outline these different trade-offs with version A or version B or milestone 0 or milestone 1. What I like to do is do like V0, which is the very baseline, most MVP option, then V1, which is sort of the actual production ready version of it, and then sort of give paths for different milestones out. You could also outline different options for implementation. So if you start with a customer problem, you can say, okay, we can solve this problem with version A that does this, or version B that does that, and this is what I recommend. These kinds of options are really helpful because it demonstrates that you really thought through every option and are surfacing your best recommendation out of everything you've considered. When people don't do this, the audience might start to question whether or not the product manager really considered what needed to be done here. And PMs might get a lot of questioning like, what about this? Or what about that? I have been that person before. I'm very sorry. So including the options is super helpful because it demonstrates that the PM thought through all the considerations, and it also gives readers the ability to consider those alternatives themselves. The third way to write great PRDs is to include the technical considerations, like the underlying infrastructure or how things should actually be built. This is an aspect of PRDs that's often overlooked, but is actually very important and appreciated when it's included. While it's important to outline the why for the feature, it's equally as important to consider the how. And this is something I really believe. I am a CPTO, which means I lead product and engineering. And I think some of the best product managers are one that can consider the engineering or technical aspects of their product, not just the user-facing aspects. Lastly, if you want to write a great PRD, I recommend you use a tool like chatprd. These AI-based tools ensure you're covering your bases and aren't missing any critical considerations. It can also help you level up your documentation by writing about things you might not be as comfortable speaking about, like technology considerations. It can give you a starting point for those more complex parts of your PRDs. chatprd also allows you to be super efficient as a PM. There's a ton on your plate as a PM. There's a ton on my plate as an executive. So leveraging a tool like chatprd to get you started and get your PRD in a good solid place where you can iterate and improve on it really saves you time so you can focus on all your other work, including talking to customers. So there you have it. These are 4 tricks to writing an amazing PRD that can up-level your product skills and help you grow in your career. Just as a reminder there, write a TLDR at the top so everybody knows exactly the summary of the product you're trying to build. Include alternatives or pathing for your product so people know that you considered all the options and understand how this will cascade out over time. Write great PRDs by including the technical considerations or the things that engineers care about. And 4, of course, use an AI tool like chatprd to make you more efficient and also improve the quality of your documents. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more, please subscribe. Also, try chatprd and give me all the feedback and feature ideas so I can make this tool even better. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next time.